I think coming into last season, we had some pretty high expectations. Coming off a 16-3 season, we ended up, going into a lot of big games with some confidence. And going into that first game against Widener at home at Shirk Stadium, I think our boys were pretty excited about the opportunity to play the number 16 team in the nation, and we ended up, coming away with a great overtime victory in that match. And we ended up having a pretty good conference tournament, and we made it to the semifinals. We played Widener for the semifinal game. We had the opportunity to host that game, and again we played an awesome game with Widener. We had a great crowd come out for the game, and took them to overtime again. Unfortunately, they were able to pull off the nail biter and beat us here at home. But we were able to qualify for the ECAC tournament, and the stars aligned and we got to host that tournament, and it gave our young guys another experience to play against some good teams. We got Lebanon Valley again, who's a tough team, and they have some upperclassmen now that have been huge for them down the stretch, and a great defense. We were able to beat them and go play a team that we really didn't know much about. We played Frostburg State, a team that started a year, 2 years before we did, so they're in kind of the same boat, maybe a few years down the stretch from where we were, and able to come out with a victory in that game and an ECAC championship. It's kind of hard to believe that this is actually our third year with a lacrosse team and a program here, and it's been a pretty interesting ride, to say the least. But this year we brought in some great freshmen that have an unbelievable chance to come in and play right away. And this year, with all these freshmen, we have a group of juniors now, finally, that will be playing significantly on our team this year. Phil Potter is obviously the leader of our attack, and a guy that creates for us down there. He's the quarterback of our offense. He's going to play a huge role this year as not only a leader of the offense, but a captain of our team. Offensively, I can't forget about Coach Dave Lamont, who has been with us since the first year of our program's existence, and he's been such a great asset for giving us offensive insight and working with our goalies day in and day out to make sure that we're prepared and we're ready for each game. Going into this year, midfielders are going to be huge for us, and we know that a lot of our success over the last couple of years has been driven from our midfielders. And we have two great ones in TJ and Brian that are going to be able to break down some of those defenses and create scoring opportunities for our offense. One of the biggest parts of any offense is being able to win the face-off and get possession for our team, and we're deeper. We have a freshman that's going to come in and really help us out, and of course Darian is doing an unbelievable job at the X. He's working hard every day, and he's a guy that's expected to win a considerable amount of his draws this year. And and defensively, we return all three guys that started the last 3 years for us. And you can't ask for a more experienced group of guys and a better leader actually than Sean Cunningham, who's been a standout in the football field and a standout on the lacrosse field for the last couple of years. And he's a guy that kind of brings the whole defense together and gets us working as a unit. And that's something that's going to make us more successful as a defense this year. Jordan returns in the cage, and he's going to be our guy from day one between the pipes. He's doing an incredible job stopping the ball, and he's seen some of the best offenses that the nation can provide. Stevenson is in our conference now, so he's seen 65, 70 shots out of a team like Stevenson and some of the other tougher teams on our schedule. So we're looking forward to see Jordan rip it up between the pipes. One of the biggest additions to our defense this year is actually the hiring of Coach Joe Thone, a guy who I'm real proud to have announced to our coaching staff this year. He's going to be a huge asset to our defense, a guy that has played at a high level. He's played professional lacrosse, and he had an unbelievable college playing career at Mercyhurst College. Joe Thone was the Division II National Defenseman of the Year. He's an academic All-American there, first team All-American, and he's been a great coach for McQuaid High School in Rochester, New York for the past 6 years. And he brings in a great deal of experience and knowledge of the game, and he's going to really help our defense this year compete against some of the toughest teams on our schedule. This year we decided that it's going to be in our best interest to play some of the top teams in the nation. Our schedule is filled with a lot of top 20 contenders. We have Cortland State, we have Stevenson, we have Franklin and Marshall, Montclair State, Widener, St. Mary's College, and Goucher. And these are all teams that either have a top 20 ranking or they've been receiving national votes this year. And we just feel like in our third season with more experience and we just feel like that in our third season with the experience that we have, it's going to be in our best interest to push our boys to see what they're made of. When all the chips are on the table and we play some of the best, we want to be able to go to battle and fight and get some victories in some big games.